Welcome back, folks. The basketball action continues in Iowa. We have many teams fighting either just to get to the well or inch themselves one step closer to Des Moines. In Sioux City tonight, Bishop Heelan hosted Carroll in a region semifinal matchup. So out to O'Gorman Fieldhouse we go for the action. We'll pick up late in the first half of things. Heelan up 2 on the break. Carter Keel with a no-look dime to Matt Knoll. He picks up 3 the old-fashioned way. What a play there, and that puts Heelan up 4. Third quarter now, Knoll kicks it out to Quinn Olson, who gives to Keel, who buries the top of the key 3. And the Crusaders are up by 10 now. Carroll's not going anywhere, though. Bryce Burlau comes up with a steal. He takes it all the way to the rack for 2. That cuts the lead down to 4. Late in the fourth quarter here. Heelan trying to get out of the press. Finally, they're able to break it. That leaves Knoll available for the rim-rocking jam as Bishop Heelan wins 61-51. The Crusaders will take on Webster City for a spot at the state tournament. Also in action tonight, more postseason games, including some region finals. In Iowa, girls, Woodbine punches their ticket to Des Moines, defeating Westwood 59-42. In the Newell-Fonda Mustangs, they're heading to the well after their 76-39 victory. Remsen St. Mary's also earns a trip to Des Moines, winning 51-43. In Pocahontas area, they're going to Wells Fargo, winning 50-45. On the boys' side in Iowa, MOC Floyd Valley hangs on against Sioux Center, 66-52. They advance to their region final. Over across the border in Nebraska, Bancroft Rosalie wins their sub-district game 66-56. And Hardington Cedar Catholic tops Ponca 57-40. Norfolk Catholic, they take down Luther High Northeast 62-39. And Pierce Blue Jays top Low O'Neill 46-40. We'll wrap up our scores. Wakefield tops Wisner Pilger 64-48. And Winnebago tops Wayne 57-48.